Welcome back to another fantastic property tour, Rankin family. Today, we are located in Prosper, Texas, looking at another gorgeous luxury home. And this time, we have a model by Huntington Homes. Now, starting on the exterior, family, we do have that painted white brick. But what's fascinating is you'll notice the Dutch gables. Gives it that European aesthetic and a ton of character. As we do continue, it is elevated slightly. Right over there to the right, you are going to have your driveway leading you to your garage and motor court. You will have a courtyard as well. We'll see that momentarily. Now, as I do continue, you have this generous size covered front porch, as you can see, and then you do have the gate right over here. Beautiful. And then not to mention the massive outdoor lantern, and then you'll see the cedar accents. Now, the parent company of Huntington Homes is Highland Homes, and if you know anything about them, fantastic quality, positive reviews, and that is always a plus. As I do continue, look at the iron front door. You see the archway, and then the glass panes. Perfect. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get you inside. So right when you walk in, you notice the grandness. You have two massive chandeliers, the soaring ceilings, you see the accents, and then the herringbone pattern oak floors. Now, before we continue, as always, we'll take a look at the front. Look at the windows. Now, right over here to the left, that would be your garage. Remember, it is a model, so oftentimes they are operating out of it. Now, we'll head to the guest suite. Before we do that, I'll show you both closets, and then we'll take a look. So you got your coat closet right over here, and then a linen closet right here. Now let's see how much space we get. Perfect. So look at the vaulted ceilings. You'll notice the exposed beam theme as we continue the rest of the tour. That's a king size bed. You have two nightstands, oak floors, and look how spacious it is. You'll also notice the tall baseboards. They are painted too, and I love it. So a lot of bold colors in here, but still elegant at the same time. Look at the chevron pattern tile accent wall here. That extends to our walk-in shower. And look at this vanity. So you see the quartz counters, but then you have the waterfall edge, and then you'll notice the shaker style cabinets. Beautiful. So the perfect guest suite. They walk in a few steps and they are here. But we have a lot to cover, so I just want you to sit back, relax, and enjoy. Now, walking in for the first time, look right here to the left. Again, you see the double doors leading you inside of your study. Vaulted ceilings again. You have two massive light fixtures hanging down. Now look at the built-in. So the cool thing is, even though this is a model, it is for sale for just under 2.8 million. So hopefully you do like it. Now you notice the accents in here too, extremely bold. Even the herringbone pattern extends this way. So if you're hanging out here, getting some work done, trust me, you will certainly be productive. You have quartzite counters in here. You'll notice in the kitchen, the Calicotta marble. So nothing but high-end fixtures, and that's exactly what you want whenever you walk into a property like this. Now, right across the foyer, look at the utility room. So right over here, you have an abundance of cabinetry, shaker style. Look at this. You have the slot for your washer and dryer. You have Taj Mahal quartzite counters, the shaker style cabinets, even stack cabinets right above there. Plenty of counter space. And look at this tile flooring right here. Matches with the aesthetic from the outside. You have a secondary refrigerator, Sub-Zero. And look at your dog wash. So I love how that extends. So this would be walking in from the garage. This door doesn't open, so but that would be leading you right in, and this is exactly what you would see. So the garage would bring you right in here to the utility room as well as the mudroom combination. Okay, so before we continue, I want to show you this because I love the open dining area. You don't have a column, so it really just creates that airy atmosphere. Look at the elegant doors leading you right in there to your nice little wine closet. You got floor to ceiling windows right there overlooking the courtyard. We'll see that momentarily too. I'll pan you upwards. You see the coffered ceiling with the recessed lights. Impressive. Now, right over here, you have your media room. You have the tray ceilings. You see the accent walls, then the sconces, elegant light fixture too. And then look at the iron doors leading you in here. So I'm telling you, a lot of impressive features that are absolutely stunning. Okay, but honestly, the grand reveal, family, let's go ahead and do a full pan and continue. Okay, great color palette in here. You see the neutral colors. Now, right over there, look at the elegant fireplace. Extends all the way up to the ceiling. Then you have the vaulted design, but then you have the floating shelving, and look at the marble right back there. Beautiful recessed area, even the shaker style white oak cabinetry, even on this angle too. So extremely open and airy. If you're hosting Thanksgiving dinner, everyone is included in the conversation, which is certainly important. Now, as we do continue, right over here to the left, you see the clear story windows, but then you have the sliders for that indoor-outdoor flow. Again, you got the tall baseboards, and look at the island. So do you notice how the fireplace surround and the vent hood flow seamlessly, which is certainly important. Now, again, you have the marble countertops. Look at the glass panes in our cabinet fronts. Stacked cabinetry over here too. So perfect to showcase your decor. Now, as we do continue this way, look at that. The marble backsplash. Even right over here, you have the pot filler. You know what I say, once the home has the pot filler, the rest of the home takes care of itself. Now, here you got the 6-burner with the griddle as well. Wolf appliances. You have the panel ready refrigerator, and that has that discreet, elegant look. Beautiful. Now let's go ahead and open up some of these drawers and appliances. You have a Cove dishwasher right over here. Seamless sink. Got your trash drawer on this side. And I'll slowly pan you around. Look at that. You got the spice drawer too. Plenty of storage. And then as I turn your attention right over here, you see you got your beverage fridge as well. You got a window overlooking that courtyard. And then let's take a look at the refrigerator. Sub-zero. So some of the best appliances money can buy, which I know you'll certainly love. Now, right around the corner, you have this desk right here too, right? So you see the desk, you'll see the marble counters and backsplash back there and your stacked cabinets. Now, look at this massive prep kitchen. Again, the Taj Mahal quartzite counters, the off-white shaker style cabinetry, even the gold finishes. Impressive. A ton of counter space. You see the Wolf range. Got the 4-burner stainless steel vent hood too, and then your additional refrigerator. Then you have a pocket door right over here too. So extremely seamless again, and then some additional shelving and cabinets. Look at this. I've talked about this before, but if you don't know how to cook, you get a kitchen like this and a pantry. Trust me, you'll learn pretty quickly. Awesome. Now, before we continue, I promised you that I would show you the courtyard. So again, you have the iron door, you have an outdoor fireplace here, family, and then you see how private it feels. Got an LED ceiling fan, the wood soffit too, and then the continued white brick. Lovely. Now you see the bar area too. So if you do have guests hanging out here, you have plenty of seating for them, not to mention inside of the great room and the dining room. So we'll continue on the left side. I have to get you right over here to the primary suite. Okay, so again, the vaulted ceiling, you'll notice that theme throughout the property, as I mentioned. Your chandelier, your king size bed. Look at the sitting area surrounded by natural light. Extremely cozy. You know, something of this magnitude, as far as, you know, the vibe that you get whenever you're in here, you really don't need a television, to be honest with you. So you can agree to or disagree with me in the comments, but then you see that wallpaper too. Now, heading inside of here, look at the freestanding tub, but then you have the coffered ceiling, his and her sinks. You have a designated cosmetic area, which I know is often a plus. Some additional windows here. You have the dual entry shower. Actually, I got a comment about that recently that said they're a huge fan of the dual entry walk-in shower, and you don't see that often. Now, the only addition that you may need is the shower bench, but other than that, I mean, you got your huge shower niche too, and plenty of shower heads. But again, even from the outside, you notice the European aesthetic, even right there to our vanity, and then some of the tiling in some of the rooms too. But look at the walk-in closet. Impressive. Love when we see the LED strips, but then the glass panes for our cabinet fronts, family. You even have glass shelving too. Pull out drawers on this side, your built-in dresser, and plenty of storage. So you can imagine your timeless watches right over here, all of your jewelry, and it really just showcases it to perfection. You got a towel closet right over here. I just have to open every single door possible for you. That is not locked. I've run into it a couple times when going through a model home or two and the doors are locked and it just kind of throws it off a little bit. But if it's not locked, I'll get you into it. Okay, so as we do continue, imagine having your pool out there, right? So oftentimes they may call it a pool bath or cabana bath. In this instance, you can just come in from that door right there and you are good to go. You notice the accents again, that traditional look or that European look, even from the vanity. Beautiful. And most of the doors are iron doors, which is always a plus. Now, if you're familiar with Prosper, you know, it's the talk of the town, right? Frisco first, and then Prosper right on top of it. So a lot of folks are moving out this way and a lot of development happening. Okay, so heading inside of this bedroom, tray ceilings, elegant chandelier. You see your queen bed, your two nightstands. You could fit a king in here comfortably. The ensuite is impressive too, so you could use this possibly as a secondary primary. Now you got the French doors leading right in here, dual sinks. You see the quartz counters, tray ceilings extends this way. You do have a freestanding tub, and then your walk-in shower. Water closet right over here to the left. So not too bad. I mean, if you do have your in-laws in town, this is going to be the perfect room for them. Quite frankly, it's still absolutely stunning. Okay, so that looks like it about covers the first level. We'll get to the second level in just a moment. Let's do one quick pan. Beautiful. So there's another Model 2 out there in the fields in Frisco. You folks really fell in love with them, showcased them about a year ago or so. So I knew I had to get you inside of this model so that way you can really see it. Okay, so now, next bedroom. You see they have it staged as an exercise room. But again, you see the tray ceilings, recessed lights, an abundance of space. You have an ensuite, which is always a plus. Separate closet too. And let's take a look at the ensuite. So you do have the shower tub combo, but then look at that natural stone counters. Got storage closet right underneath the staircase. And then again, that would lead you to the garage. Okay, so let's go ahead and get you up to the second level. Now, if you are entertaining, right, as if the first level wasn't enough, you head right back up here. Look at the bar area, your beverage center. You got a microwave, pop that popcorn, watch a good movie, and then you have your sink right here with quartzite counters. Right over here, you see the backsplash and the floating shelving. You see the LED lighting right underneath. And as we turn around, look at this. Plenty of space. You notice that theme again, the dual light fixtures right up here. If you wanted to play blackjack, poker, you have your guests right along this bar area and overlooking the great room. Really neat, like a Juliet balcony. And look at that. Halfway through the NFL season, but this is perfect for that. Even the vaulted ceilings right up there too. Okay, so now before we do continue to the bedroom, you got an additional storage closet. Right around this corner, look at the built-in desk. All the cabinetry you can imagine. Ton of space to get work done. Okay, as we do continue, look at the size of this bedroom. So this is the sole bedroom upstairs, which is unique. You have the tray ceilings again, but that's a queen bed, but you can see the room that you have on both sides where you could fit a king without any issues. So every bedroom had their own ensuite or had an ensuite. Love that. Right in here, that's the shower tub combo. But again, marble counters, shaker style white oak cabinets, and then the elegant sconce. And last but not least, you have your powder bath, which I'm glad they included it up here. You don't have to worry about going downstairs or going into the bedroom. You head right over here. So that about covers the entire property. Last but certainly not least, we'll get you to the backyard. This is the Amalfi plan. So hopefully you did love it. Sometimes I understand folks love the floor plan. They may not love the exterior, right? Or really the big one is, I love the home, but I just don't want to be in Prosper. So that's why we say, you know, reach out so that way you can find out your options. And if anything, hopefully got a little bit of inspiration. Okay, so again, the massive sliders will open that up. I love that you can open that up completely. So before we continue, right over here to the right, remember, that would lead you right there to the pool bath. And then look at the space. So the soaring height, wood soffit, you got dual ceiling fans right over here too. and a ton of room to entertain. The painted white brick continues this way. Look at the fireplace. Again, you remember we had a fireplace too in our courtyard. So hanging out here, especially as we head into winter, full-fledged, you're gonna wanna be by that fireplace a little bit more often than not, right? So look at this. You're entertaining, your family is along the bar area, your guests, you have a wolf grill, your built-in sink too, and what more could you really ask for? But other than that, family, that was another beautiful luxury home tour. All right, Rankin family, that about covers this entire model home by Huntington Homes right here in Prosper, Texas. Let me know in the comments what you thought about this particular property. Is this something you could see yourself living in? Would you make any changes? If so, let me know in the comments below. Of course, if you want more information about this home or any home we showcase, reach out to the information in the description. Consider hitting that subscribe button so you don't miss a tour every single week. And I'll see you folks on the next property tour. Welcome back to another fantastic property tour, Rankin family. Today, we are located in Dallas, Texas again, taking a look at another gorgeous luxury home. And I want to give a huge thank you to the listing agent, Daniel Arbel, for making the tour possible. As always, I'll leave all of the information in the description below. Now, starting on the outside, family, you will notice that we have that European aesthetic. You have the natural stone stucco and the tile accents, which really stands out. In addition to that, you are going to have the arch windows. So you will notice that common theme as we enter inside of the property, so make sure you stay tuned. As we continue, you see there is an abundance of windows, so a ton of natural light entering inside of the property, which is always great to see. As we continue, you have the concrete walkway separated by the gravel as we've seen previously before, and then of course the modern covered front porch. Love the double doors with the glass panes inside, really stands out. Lovely. But let's go ahead and get you inside. Okay. Look at this incredible foyer right when you walk in, family. You have the white oak floors. You will notice the parquet flooring here right when you enter the foyer. And then as always, I'll turn you around so you can see the front door from the inside. Beautiful chandelier too. Outstanding. Let's start right over here to the left and work our way around. Now, again, the arch entry going into the dining room. Look at how open and spacious it is. You have the scenic wallpaper, coffered ceiling. You see the crown molding too, and then the gorgeous light fixture. Incredible. Plenty of space. You have the outlets inside of the baseboards. And it is conveniently positioned to get you right there to the kitchen. We'll see that momentarily. Look how incredible this is. Now, you don't really see this often, which is a neat touch. So you have a lounge area here. Some folks may use it as a formal living. You have your fireplace here, so very cozy and intimate. Look at that plaster finish and extremely spacious. Look at the beautiful sconces. You have the picture frame molding, and then as you continue, you enter the study. Outstanding. So the double doors here again, arch windows, plenty of natural light. Look at the built-ins right there. I really wish you could see this in person. You can definitely appreciate the room that you get. Now you have plenty of drawers from wall to wall. Beautiful white oak accent. as well. And then of course, the crown molding. Wonderful. And then even the herringbone pattern right down here. A lot of subtle, neat touches. Okay, so the tour is just starting, and I can't wait to show you the rest of it. Now, before we head straight ahead to the powder bath, I want to show you this here to the left. So you'll notice the stack cabinet right there. That theme continues to the kitchen. Really sleek coat closet here. Look how subtle this is. Impressive. You have a bar area straight ahead too. And then of course, your powder bath. Look at that plaster finish. Got your floating vanity, your sconces, and of course the gold accents to match. Wonderful. Now look how incredible this is. So we'll start right here in the great room and work our way around. Look at the soaring ceilings. You have clear story windows there. You got your double sliding door right there leading you to the backyard patio. Beautiful built-ins. Look at that. Look at the arch detail. Absolutely incredible. Right over here, you see the scalloped fireplace surround. And then the inset cabinetry. In addition to all of that, you are going to have built-in speakers throughout the property too. Let's open up this cabinet here. Outstanding. You can see the second level from the great room. And then of course, the seamless transition to the kitchen. Extremely open and airy. Wonderful. Okay, so we'll continue to the kitchen. My favorite part right here, family. We'll take our time in here so that way we don't miss a thing. Now, you are going to have the quartzite material, oversized pendant lights right above the island. Look at this. You got the reeded detail. You have cabinetry all along the island. I don't know if you can see down there. All of that opens up. So you have plenty of storage. You notice the bar area over here, the inset cabinetry too. Outstanding job. Got the soft close mechanism too. Look how open this is. So in addition to that, you are going to have the under cabinet lighting illuminating the entire kitchen. You got your Wolf range, 6 burners with the griddle, and the paneled refrigerator, freezer, as well as the dishwasher. I'll show you that now. You use that as a spice rack. Trash drawer right here to the left. And then all of the counter space that you would ever need. Before we continue straight ahead, let's go ahead and show you the refrigerator, Sub-Zero. Plenty of space there. Now, you have this additional bar area right before you head to the dining room. So you can prep anything you need to for a Thanksgiving meal. You can have some of the dishes right there, conveniently located, and then some additional drawers here. You can see the wine fridge. Now, my absolute favorite part about the kitchen is this scullery. Look how incredible this is. It wraps around to the left. I'll show you that in just a second. Plenty of cabinets, drawers, and counter space. And look at that, even the arch opening to the pantry. How incredible. And then you have your second refrigerator. Now, let me know your thoughts. I've seen quite a bit of comments as far as whether folks prefer the French door refrigerator or the side-by-side refrigerator. So I'd really love to hear your thoughts. And look at this, even your paneled dishwasher back here too. Outstanding, family. Now, you are going to have the primary suite on the first level. I know I get mixed reviews about that. That is straight back there, so we'll see that in just a moment. Let's go ahead and take a look at the garage. Now, you are going to have your mudroom. So if you prefer that seamless look, you can close that door off and then extremely discreet. You don't have to worry about that, but really just personal preference. Love the warm tones in here. Outstanding. Now you have a 2-car garage. Here you got epoxy flooring, as you can see. Plenty of space. And then of course you have your sprinkler system. Beautiful. Now, as always, we'll see the backyard a little bit later on towards the end of the tour, so make sure you stay tuned as well. Okay, so before you head to the primary suite, now you got this warm area here, and then look at this. Extremely open, vaulted ceilings, candle style chandelier right above your king bed. You see your 2 nightstands. You see the white oak and a herringbone pattern here. So remember, we've seen that inside of the study as well. You have that sitting area, plenty of natural light, perfect place to read a good book. Wonderful, extremely open. Wow, breathtaking. Okay, now continuing to the ensuite. You have the double doors here, but look at that. So you have the custom cabinetry inset here. You have the quartzite again, cosmetic vanity straight ahead, dead center in the middle. Usually we see it either on one of the other sides as far as the sinks are concerned, but in this instance, you have it right there in the center, clear story window back here. And then of course, beautiful pendant lights. You will notice some champagne bronze accents throughout the property as well. Wonderful. Got your towel closet here. Now, you are going to have the wet room. You see it is the 0 threshold, herringbone pattern tiling for your shower surround. Look at that little alcove with the accent lighting. You got dual shower heads and shower wands, massive freestanding tub here too. What more could you really ask for, right? And on top of all of that, you still have a shower bench. Water closet here to the left. And let's take a look at this. Plenty of space in the closet. Glass panes in your cabinet fronts right there. Built-in drawers. Plenty of space. Now, you have that washer and dryer straight ahead, and then you also have an additional one on the second level, which we certainly will see. But you have the floor to ceiling shelving. So much room in here. And I love to see it. Dream laundry room. Cabinet crowns on top too. Yeah, counter space. You could add that folding counter. I know some folks are fans of that. And of course, the checkered pattern flooring. And straight ahead, you have additional storage. Perfect. So it looks like that about covers the entire first level, family. If you haven't, please let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'd really appreciate it. Now, of course, this will bring us right back out. And let's do one more full pan and head to the second level. Beautiful. Now, you are going to have the staircase right here in the great room. So if the kiddos are hanging out, you can kind of keep an eye on them for the most part, especially if you're in there in the game room area, the loft, or anything of that nature. Okay, so we'll start to the right and work our way around. Look at this. Extremely open. You still have a ton of natural light here. Depending on how you stage this, it's going to determine how much room you get, of course. But plenty of space to host and entertain. Okay, so we'll go ahead and continue. The additional 3 bedrooms are on the second level. Plenty of space here. You got recessed lights. Got your LED ceiling fan too, and the white oak floors. So you got the reeded cabinet fronts again, quartz. You see the champagne bronze as well as the dual sinks. Additional windows. Look at this. So this would be the perfect guest suite. Got your own massive walk-in shower here too. Water closet straight ahead. And then your walk-in closet. So you notice they extended, again, the floor to ceiling shelving here. So if you need that extra space, you are good to go. And if not, it's better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it. I think that's the way the saying goes, right? Soft close, even up here. Now, as I mentioned, you have 2 laundry rooms. So remember, the first one was in the primary closet, and then here's your second one, which is very conveniently located. I've been saying that throughout the tour, and everything was intentional. All right, so we'll go to the next bedroom. Massive windows in here as well. Queen bed with your 2 nightstands would fit comfortably in here. And I do apologize if my voice is a bit weak right now. I tell you, about 5 days ago, I woke up randomly and I just couldn't talk. I've never experienced that before. And it was a bit frightening, but we got through it. Okay, so here, look at that custom vanity. Beautiful details of the chrome hardware, even to the sconces and mirror frame. You got the tub shower combo, and they extended the checkered tiling here. So this one's going to have the pocket door separating the closet and bathroom. So again, the home is positioned in a great spot. I tell you, you can get in and out of the city with ease. A lot of new development happening out here, but you notice the mature trees throughout, so a ton of character as well. Now, before we continue, let's take a look at the great room from the second level. Extremely open and airy. Okay, so this is a shared bathroom. I'll show you the bedroom that it shares it with in just a second. So if folks are hanging out in the game room, they can use this restroom here. So it is a full bath. You got quartz, beautiful champagne bronze and gold accents, tile flooring, and a generous sized walk-in shower. So next bedroom here. Again, extremely spacious. A lot of room to take advantage of. And then your walk-in closet. Okay, so look at this perfect bonus room. Folks would definitely use this as a game room. Now, you see the vaulted ceilings, the massive exposed beam right there, built-in speakers, LED ceiling fans, and so much room to host and entertain. You have a massive wet bar here, counter space galore. You got your beverage fridge there too, beautiful sconces, and that gorgeous look. Now here you have the quartz, and that extends all the way up there to the backsplash. So really neat addition. Some more storage, soft close too, matte black hardware to match the counters. And take a look at this. So honestly, everything that you would want in a home is certainly present here. Love to see it. So again, you have 3 bedrooms up, 1 down for a total of 4. And remember, you have that massive office as well. So it's not one of those situations where you have to make the bedroom into an office. In this case, you have a dedicated one. Outstanding. So it looks like we about covered the entire first level and second level. I don't believe we missed a thing. As we get out here to the backyard, please let me know your thoughts in the comments. And of course, I'd appreciate it. Okay, so you can open up these sliding doors here, have that indoor-outdoor feel. You have the built-in speakers back here too, an outdoor fireplace. Look how incredible this is. So generously spaced. Plenty of room to bring the family out here and enjoy a wonderful evening. Now, got your built-in grill too, counter space as well. You still have plenty of yard space. And then of course, when you drive here, you can open up the gate automatically, of course, or in this instance, the fence, and then head right here. So you have parking here, and this leads you to your 2-car garage. Wonderful. But other than that, family, that was another beautiful luxury home tour. All right, Rankin family, that was it for this beautiful luxury home right here in Dallas, Texas. Let me know in the comments what you thought about this beautiful property. Is this something you could see yourself living in? Would you make any changes? And if so, let me know in the comments below. If you want more information about this home or any home you showcase, reach out to the information in the description. Consider hitting that subscribe button so you don't miss a tour every single week. And I'll see you folks on the next property tour.